I'm so glad you came.
There's no reason why Donna should have disappeared then. Not a single reason. Unless Chuck just wanted to hurt them even more, which I'm guessing is what is happening.
Come on. Come on, Dean. Think.
Dean, where are you going?
I don't know.
You know she can find us anywhere.
I know that. I just... What do we do?
Wait, what is happening? What is happening?
Billie. My heart. I can feel her. Come on, Dean, we gotta go. Come on.
It's you, Dean.
I thought I could trust you, Billie, for sake.
Death-defying, rule-breaking. You are everything I lived to set right, to put down, to tame. You are human disorder incarnate.
I've got you.
You better had have him.
Come on, Dean. You can't escape me. Don't you think it's finally time? Time for the sweet release of death?
The end of episode discussion to this one is going to be lengthy. I have a lot to say.
Did it work? Blocked her grip on you. Dean, she said that wound was killing her. Maybe we can wait her out. Yeah, and if we can't,
Well, you're dead.
I just let us into another trap. Oh, because I couldn't hurt Chuck. Because I was angry, and because I just needed something to kill, and because that's all I know how to do. Dean. It was Chuck all along. We never should have left Sam and Jack. We should be there with them now. Everybody's gonna die, Cass. Everybody. I can't stop it. She's gonna get through that door. I know. And she's gonna kill you, and then she's gonna kill me. I'm sorry. Wait, there's one thing she's afraid of. There's one thing strong enough to stop her. When Jack was dying, I made a deal to save him. You what? The price was my life. When I experienced a moment of true happiness, the empty would be summoned and it would take me forever.
What a time to break the news.
Why are you telling me this now? I always wondered, ever since I took that burden, that curse, I wondered what it could be, what my true happiness could even look like. I never found an answer. Because the one thing I want, it's something I know I can't have. But I think I know now. Happiness isn't in the having. It's in just being. It's in just saying it.
What are you saying?
What are you talking about, man? I know I know how you see yourself, Dean. You see yourself the same way our enemies see you. You're destructive, and you're angry, and you're broken. You're daddy's blunt instrument. And you think that hate and anger, that's what drives you. That's who you are. It's not. And everyone who knows you sees it. Everything you have ever done, the good and the bad, you have done for love. You raised your little brother for love. You fought for this whole world for love. That is who you are. You're the most caring man on earth. You are the most selfless, loving human being I will ever know. You know, ever since we met, ever since I pulled you out of hell, knowing you has changed me.
They're trying to kill me.
Because you cared. I cared. I cared about you. I cared about Sam. I cared about Jack. But I cared about the whole world because of you. You changed me, Dean.
Why does this sound like a goodbye?
Because it is.
You've got to be kidding me.
I love you.
They'll do this, Cass. Cass.
Goodbye, Dean.
This is Dean's other cell, so you must know what to do.
Sam? Was it just them?
I don't know.
Didn't like that. It's weird because I feel like I had so much to say while I was watching the episode, and then after that scene, I just feel like just exhausted. I feel physically exhausted after watching that episode. It's laughable what I thought was gonna happen. Genuinely laughable. I couldn't be more wrong with my predictions. Like, I always considered myself to be quite good when it comes to, I don't know, sort of reading a show. This, I just fail. I just fail so hard at it, which on one hand is amazing because I love Chuck, but this is like heart-wrenching. They definitely know how to play with your feelings, don't they, these writers, and it's painful. The scene between Cass and Dean was amazing. They performed it beautifully. It was very heartfelt and meaningful, but I hated it. It hurt a lot. And it's dumb because, in a sense, this is one thing that I did predict. That Cass was going to find happiness and that it was going to break our hearts. But I did not get it right in the sense that he did it to save Dean one last time. I just can't with this show. There's 2 episodes left and my heart is fragile. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous about watching the rest of this show because of how intense, I mean, that one was. And we've got 2 left and the finales are always the biggest ones. So yeah, I'm scared. I am scared. I need to try and get my thoughts together though, because there was a lot that I needed to discuss. So let me try and do that. With regards to Billie, I feel disappointment. I don't like the way that the story went with Billie. I really don't. I wanted Death to be a good guy, which I know is naive because it's Death. I mean, Death is probably the biggest clue. But from the way that this show has gone about things, like God is the monster at the end of the book and stuff, I was hoping that they would play on that a little bit more and that Death would actually be the saviour of the world. And yes, she wanted to take away the peoples who's had these second chances because she lives by the book. But to me, the way I see that, like, that's fair game. It was supposed to be your time last time, so if anything, you've been granted extra favours by having this bonus time. But let's put the world back in order now. You were supposed to go, so go, and then the new people are introduced and the world just keeps turning. There will be a heaven again, there will be a hell again, and the earth will keep spinning. And yeah, everything works out well. This is my view. Don't get me wrong. I know people aren't going to agree with that at all, but that's just the way that I felt. I include the boys within that because I was very naive last episode, because when Sam said, would you even do it to me, about, you know, taking Chuck out and giving Death the leadership role, because then that would take away Dean and Sam because they have overlived their welcome. I thought that was Sam saying to Dean, even me. I thought when he said that, it was, imagine if it was me being taken away, would you still be wanting to kill Chuck now and give Death the role? That's how I read it at that time. But now I'm fully aware that it was because they've come back from the dead, so it would be meaning that they die. But World Order just seems to be like a fresh slate type of thing with a new leader, because God has been an awful one from what we can gather and just manipulating everything. If Death was in that position, I mean, I'm assuming she cannot just do all the things that God could do. I mean, I could be wrong, I don't know. Maybe that's what would happen. But I felt as though she could be like, this is a fresh slate, everything can be put back in order and we can crack on. I'm not even making sense, am I? To be honest, I think the best idea for me would have been to take a breather and then do the end of episode discussion, but then it wouldn't be authentic, because I like doing these, because the thoughts that I have are fresh. I've not let other outsiders influence my thoughts at this time, and then I like to find out all the information and then say, oh, I've heard this off this viewer and I see it this way now. But I like the initial thoughts to be solely my own, which is why I do these things. But when your head is just completely mashed, it's quite hard to do, believe it or not. I didn't expect Cass to be the one to take out Death through the empty, so that was a little twist, not one that I enjoyed, but it was a twist nonetheless. I am intrigued to what happens now, who takes over Death now, because that Death died. And then another Reaper will then take the place, like Billie took Death's place. Do they then have the book? Like, because Sam's still got the book at the minute. Are they anything without the book? I hope all these questions get answers. I really do. Knowing now that this is the final season of all seasons, I want my answers. And I'm sure I'll get them, and I'm going to sob. One thing I want to discuss heavily is Donna. I've never felt such rage to when Donna started like evaporating. It's a no from me. It was confirmed that she shouldn't have been on that list. So Chuck, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I swear to Lucifer, if the next episode they do that to Jodie, I'm probably going to be done. I'm not going to be a pleasant viewer, to be honest with you, if I see that as well. I mean, it's hard seeing Bobby go, but the way that they handled this alt Bobby coming into it and stuff, I just didn't feel that connection. The connection was lacking for me there. So it was sad to see him go up in smoke and stuff, but it wasn't like when we lost Bobby, which is weird because it's the same actor. with the same face, the same voice, it's everything like him, but I know the character isn't actually our Bobby, so the human mind is a very strange thing, isn't it? Because yeah, it didn't affect me the way that the original Bobby affected me. And even with Charlie as well, like, it was sad to see her go, but there was no like feeling. Donna, on the other hand, I know that that's our Donna. and she was taken. I don't know where. Chuck is obviously having even more gameplay with us, and I hate him. I guess my thought in the last episode still could potentially happen with the fact that Amara could be playing Chuck from the inside, but I'm probably wrong because I'm wrong about everything. So, yeah. How do they fix that? And to be honest, if they could fix it, it better be a bloody good, convincing way. Otherwise, I'm not going to buy it. Because the way that I'm feeling right now is Chuck is going to end everything and our boys. And I feel like that would be a more realistic ending to the story than them somehow figuring something out and saving the world. Because what? That's what I mean. I have no ideas. The boys have no ideas. And therefore, if it is something that can change everything and save the world and our boys, it better be a bloody convincing one. They better do it justice. I'm so scared. So scared. And I feel like it's not just scared for the characters. Like, I'm scared that they're gonna end the show poorly and I'm gonna be disappointed. And I'm one of those people that's very strong in the sense that I'm not gonna let one or two poor episodes or endings damage my enjoyment of the entire show. Because the show is unreal, amazing to watch. It's been an incredible journey, just like with Game of Thrones. And I'm sorry if I'm going to upset people with my opinions on that my opinions are only my own, but I loved that show. Didn't like the ending of it. But that then doesn't mean I hate Game of Thrones. I still love Game of Thrones. We just don't talk about the ending. And I'm worried again that it's going to be a similar situation here where I'm like, I love Supernatural, let's not talk about the ending of it. I don't want that to be the case, but the more I'm watching, the more I'm feeling that might happen. But there's no point stewing on it until I've seen it. I've got 2 episodes left to go. 2. Let's just hope all together that the justice is given. And this show is given the ending that it truly deserves. Let's just hope that. And I know that you guys all know how it ends because you've already seen it. And you've experienced what I'm experiencing right now months ago. Yeah, wish me luck, I guess. And I apologise because I know there's so much more that needs discussing. I know there is. Like with Jack exploding in the empty and then touching the plant and it dying. The empty consuming Cass. Eileen disappearing. Chuck/Amara not showing their face. Billie's death. The plan changing. No one's running the library anymore. He not even be able to answer the phone to Sam because he's lost Cass. I'm still so upset. Like, I'm so upset. And if the next episode is more tears showing Dean's crushed soul and heart, and I'm gonna have to end it here. Thank you for watching my reaction, guys. Please be patient with me and gentle because I feel very fragile at the minute. Thank you for watching my reaction. Give it a cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts on the episode in the comments below, but please no spoilers. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to, but as always, there's no pressure here. Please join my Patreon because it helps me more than you know, and you get plenty of perks as well, so it's a win-win, guys. I have all my socials and everything listed in the description below to this video, so check it out. And I guess there's 2 episodes left to go. Wish me luck. Bye, guys.